Welcome to ICEF Monitor. I'm here with Anastassia Romanenko. You're one of the leading agents from Russia. Thank you for coming. Can you tell me a little bit more about the Russian market in the year 2013?
Hello, thank you for inviting me. For Russian students, it's very important to have the highly ranked universities, to have a good degree, to have good opportunities for work. And also Russian students tend to take masters right after they graduate from their first degree. So it's very popular for them to have their first degree at home in Russia and then apply for a master's program abroad. Sometimes we're facing a bit of problems with that because many UK universities, for example, they would like their students to have some work experience before they come for masters, but in our market this is the popular way. In terms of vocational courses, I would say that basically there are two ways when the Russian students take vocational courses. They either go there for a pathway transfer program, so that they take the vocational course and then they transfer their credits to another university and get the bachelor's degree in the end. Or it may be mature students who take these vocational courses to obtain a certain skill. For languages, it's very popular to learn more than one foreign language. So English, of course, is the most popular one, but there's always a second foreign language that students need to learn. And by now, I think that we have, most of the time, the students who graduate from high school, by the time they graduate, they already have good enough English to be able to enter a foreign university. So English pathway programs are getting less popular, or they want shorter pathway programs, not a whole year, because they don't need that much English. And, but still, the pathway programs like Foundation, those are very popular, and they have to do them for most of the countries.
I understand Russia is a very big country. It's the biggest country on the world. It stretches from two oceans, as high mountains, big cities. And that brings me to my next question. I read about you that you work with a lot of sub-agents. How does that work? I mean, I think it's even 500 sub-agents, is that right? Am I informed right? Or can you tell me a little bit more about it?
Yes, we have a very large network of sub-agencies in Russia because really the country is so big. And also you will find that different areas and different regions of Russia have different student profiles. Some universities that are very good to sell in Moscow, for example, are completely unmarketable in other regions, and vice versa. There are universities that you cannot sell in Moscow, but they will find their students in other regions of Russia.
I think this is very interesting information to hear for institutions. So what kind of institutions work in the big cities and what kind of institutions work in the small cities? Can you maybe give me a short example about this?
Well, basically, universities that are located in big cities like London, New York, Paris, these kind of institutions, they will be very well marketed in Moscow for big city. For people who live in a big city, they want to stay in the same kind of environment. People who live in smaller cities, they are a little bit afraid of big cities. They prefer to have this more cozy environment. So if you come from a small city in Russia, you will look for a small city in UK, for example, to go to study in a university. Also, different regions have different specializations. Like if you go to Siberia, you are looking for someone who is thinking about learning oil and gas management, for example. If you go to the south of Russia, there are more students thinking about hospitality courses. So depending on the area and the industries in the area, they will have different interests. Also, some regions are more concerned about rankings and less concerned about the price, and other regions are more price sensitive, and they're thinking about more budget options to study. So when we organize our own fairs and road shows, we advise the institutions which of the cities they better take, because for us it's important that we are able to provide the students for them in the end. And I will not take, I don't know, a very expensive business school to a place like Kaliningrad, but at the same time I will advise this expensive business school to go to somewhere in Siberia, for example, or Moscow.